Thank you, Ian. Thank you. We always win. We always win when Ian comes. That's a given. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. Well, it's got to be the latest ever press conference. No, I'm saying that it's not that late, is it? 'Cause it was. Smart me up, Amy. Smart me up. Thanks, Tommy. Thank you. Thank you. Pardon? Wow, I was talking about that. Read him. Wow, that was tense as well. That was tense as well.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Couldn't be better.
Can I just ask what on earth's going through your mind at the moment?
It's emotional. It's emotional because I know how much it means to all the people of Wrexham and the supporters. A bit of relief as well because you know the losing the playoffs last year. You know, to put that right this year has been amazing, and Notts County have pushed us all the way. It's been an extraordinary kind of year. We've had to win nearly every game. You know, when we won on Tuesday to have 107 points, an all-time record, and still not be promoted and still need to go again. Yeah, it's been an amazing challenge, and credit to Notts County for that. But I'm immensely proud of players, obviously, the staff, all the supporters, everyone who works at the club, the owners, because ever since I've been here, I've sensed that kind of community togetherness spirit, and that's what you need. And you've got to remember, we've gone away from home, and it's been everyone's cup final. You know, teams have come here, and you know, it's a big game for everybody, and we've had to deal with that. And yeah, there's been a real togetherness about everybody connected with the club, and yeah, it's a great night for us.
And in the game, I mean, not the best of starts.
It's not the best of starts. It's certainly dampened the atmosphere slightly, but I felt that if we kept playing the way I know we can play, we'd get chances, and you always believe we'd take them. And at half time, yeah, I was confident. I was confident because we've got good players. I thought Bournemouth, who are a very, very good side, and I wish them all the best in the playoffs, would tire, and we'd have the quality to go and kill the game off. So you know, it's a very special night for this area and the football club, and yeah, no, absolutely delighted.
The scenes of the final whistle were a bit of a blur, or did you manage to take them in?
Yeah, it's a bit of a blur. I mean, those moments can be a bit surreal. You know, you do feel has this really happened? So it's a mixture of emotion and relief as well. But you know, just seeing the passion and the happiness on our supporters' faces. You know, I think everybody knows now, but 15 years outside the league and the journey that this club has been on throughout those 15 years has been torturous at times. You know, the club nearly going out of business, and the owners coming in and what they've done, and the positivity in the town about the football club, and how they, as long as the players and the staff, have galvanised that. Has been very special, and I genuinely feel this is just the start of a journey.
You've been a manager, I think, for 20 years. How does this night compare?
Yeah, no, it's right up there. I think, yeah, it's right up there because of the magnitude of the club being out of the league for 15 years, and you know, it's a stigma, isn't it, if your club's not involved in league football, especially a club with a history of Wrexham and the size and potential of this club. So yeah, no, it's right up there with you know, best nights as a manager.
And what happens now?
Party, definitely. No, we've been waiting for this moment. I've been waiting for this game. I really have been waiting for this game where we said win and you're promoted. And you know, there's a real focus about the staff and the players and everybody leading into this game, and we've got the job done. And I think it's very important that we celebrate. And we will, I'm sure. I think Wrexham will be mad tonight in the town centre. Hopefully I'll be in the middle of it at some point. But yeah, you got to enjoy it, and we really will.
Have you I mean, League Two, very quickly it soon be here, won't it?
Yeah, well, we've got a decent break, and you know, we've got a chance to take stock of the situation now. And last year we had a shorter break, and but this year we've got a tour to America, which is going to be incredible for the football club to go to America. And people have been asking me about that, and I've been saying I don't want to speak about that with the greatest respect, because that's pre-season. I want to concentrate on what we've got to do. Yeah, there's lots of special moments ahead for this football club.
Enjoy.
Thank
Can
you.
I ask you about the pressure you've been under? Because it's all very well having Hollywood owners and lots of money and players that people say should be playing at a higher level.
Yeah.
But you've then got to mould that into a team and get them over the line to win the title.
Listen, getting over the line as a manager and a team is always tough. You know, it is tough. Look at Arsenal at the moment. It is tough because the pressure mounts, the expectation. Everyone says you should do it, but equally, yeah, we've had transfer fees to spend, but I'm very, very pleased with the recruitment of the talent, but the characters we've brought into the football club, because what we were set out to do is, this club needed quality players to handle the stage of playing in front of 10,000 every week, but also players were going to go to Aldershot away and Woking away and not say, what am I doing here? And make sure they understood that side of it as well. And there's so many examples of that. The lads who've got great ability but have dug deep when it's mattered most as well.
You played with some expert strikers, like back at Reading when you got promoted, Jimmy Quinn and Stuart Lovell. I mean, Paul Mullin, just talk to us about what he's got that maybe other strikers you've either coached or played with before maybe haven't got.
Yeah, I think how I could summarise Paul, that if teams play a high line against us, he's great exploiting that. If they sit deep, he's good enough to drop into pockets and get on the half turn. And so he's a very difficult player to play against. He gives you challenges as a defender. And coupled with that if he misses a couple of chances, I never feel that he's going to let that knock him. He's got a real inner confidence and probably as good a mentality for a striker as I've seen.
I mean, he scored goals 2 years ago for Cambridge in League Two, getting promoted. Elliot Lee scored goals in the Championship. Ollie Palmer scored goals for Wimbledon. So that's one end of the pitch you don't need to look at for next season?
I mean, we haven't really thought about it too much, but of course we've got players who are proven above this level. The challenge for us has been getting out this division because, as everyone knows, only one team gets promoted, and but yeah, of course we've got players who I think will rise to the occasion next year as well.
And last one, not quite invincible at home, but not far off it.
Yeah, I mean,
the
one draw against Woking, and but listen, it's an incredible record, and teams have come and they've sat deep and they've tried to disrupt the game. They've pressed us high, and we've found solutions, and that's what you've got to do as a team and as a manager and an assistant manager. You've got to find solutions to problems, and we've done that.
Well,
thank you.
Division, Phil.
Yeah, I mean, tonight I think everybody knew. I'm sure Notts County were thinking, well, Bournemouth are probably the toughest team for Wrexham to play in a title-winning game because they'd only conceded 36 goals, the best defensive record in division. Luke's got them incredibly well drilled out of possession, so we knew that would be tough, but I still felt we had the quality to break them down, and it proved right.
And you say it's the start of a journey. How far can that journey go, do you think?
I mean, we're certainly not going to get carried away with ourselves, but there is so much potential at this football club, and today is a step, and I'm looking forward to helping the club take the next one.
You're certainly looking to go divisions.
Of course, yeah. That's, without getting carried away, that's always got to be the aim. The club's moving quickly. We've got to recruit well in the summer and make sure this squad is competitive again next year.
What was your feelings, Phil? 44 seconds when that goal went?
Yeah, and it was a goal we kind of spoke about our little lifts in behind, and you've got to be ready for that, and because Bournemouth are good at those types of situations. So yeah, I was frustrated. We all were. The crowd went very quiet for a period, but I was confident we'd respond, and wow, did the lads respond well.
Yeah, they responded before the goal, 15th minute. I think the equaliser comes, but before then it was straight away just shrugged it off and good game, wasn't it?
I think all the people who were here against Sheffield United, when we conceded a goal and lost two centre halves in the first 5 or 6 minutes, and still went on to put a great performance in. I use that as a benchmark with the lads that things happen in football. You concede goals, people come off injured, refs give you bad decisions, and you've got to keep resetting yourself as a group. And I felt the lads have done that great tonight.
And two great finishes by Knowles in the second half to seal it.
Yeah, no, they are top quality goals, and I think in football you need players who are going to step up to the plate when the pressure's at its highest, and Moles has done that tonight.
I know we were stating the obvious the other day, but 2 games to go, you wanted to get it done straight away. What does it mean not having to worry about going to Torquay to get a result?
Listen, Torquay have actually been on a good run. If you look at them, and before the defeat at Chesterfield, I think they'd won 5 games, and they were unlucky to draw today. And yeah, it's always a tough place to go, but listen, we can go and enjoy that now.
Yeah, well-deserved party before then, though.
We will, definitely.
Well done, Phil.
Thank you.
Phil, for the Notts County game, can you identify one game you thought might have been pivotal?
I think the Notts County game, was pivotal. Joe, I feel the Coventry game away in the cup was a big game for this club, because big stage, 4,500 fans against the Championship team, and I've been a manager a long time, and I always look when there's a bit of pressure on us, can we perform? And against Coventry, we were immense. And I remember me and Steve sat on the coach saying that's a great benchmark for us for the rest of the season, because we just performed when it mattered most in that game, and then we carried that through to the other cup games and obviously the Notts County game.
Phil, given how high the stakes were tonight, that's going to rank one of the best performances in the season, isn't it?
Oh, without doubt. You've got to play when the pressure's on, and I said after the Notts County game, the lads turned up when it mattered most, and wow, did they turn up tonight? And especially with going a goal down. Well, we went a goal down against Notts County, didn't we? But they've turned up. They were calm, cool and collected, and they got the job done.
And just finally, looking forward to a free night in Wrexham tonight, you and the lads?
Yeah, listen, we've kept our feet firmly on the ground, but there's going to be a big party over the next few days in Wrexham, and I want all the supporters who've kind of had these tough times supporting the club to enjoy it, really embrace tonight. They've got amazing owners, or we've got amazing owners who have been so supportive to me and this football club, and for all those supporters who've followed the club over the last 15 years, I want them to enjoy tonight.
Fantastic, well done, Phil.
Yeah, the one thing we have had really well this season is, this is going to be something you've done, is the ability to reset. So something goes wrong, and there must be something you worked on really hard. So how do you get them to?
Well, just by discussing that point, really, that the game plan is the game plan. We know our oppositions to play. Things go against you, like today, and we said at half time, just reset again. We know how we can create chances against Bournemouth, and we don't want to go away from that game plan. And I think there's games last year maybe where we kind of forced the game too much, and that's not how we play. And we've got to stick to how we play, and the lads have done that brilliant tonight.
Yeah, I was here 20 years ago when we had our last promotion. It was just, and that was just magic. I just want to say, diolch. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Phil.
Diolch. Sorry.
Ben Foster said he's tempted to stay on next season. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, Ben, wow. I mean, look back at that with Ben, and on the Sunday when Ryan and Rob were texting me after Rob had got injured, what's your thoughts on the goalkeeper? And I just said, look, unless someone really, really good comes available, I'm very confident in Mark Howard. He's been part of the team, which is top of the league. And by Sunday evening, I touched base with Ben's agent, and he was keen. Then I had a Zoom call with him on Monday, and you can't turn down the opportunity to bring a goalkeeper of that level. And goalkeepers are like strikers. It can be moments which can define the season. A striker taking a chance, or a goalkeeper making a big save, and the Notts County save for Ben Foster will go down in history at Wrexham Football Club. But I've said it before that, when kind of we were signing him, of course I was thinking bringing an England international into the group, how is that going to fit? But I've got to say, he's been outstanding as a person. His standards in training are amazing, and that's been the biggest thing for me, really, because there is always an element of gamble, because we've got a very grounded group of people, despite the exposure we've had, and Ben has just been amazing. So listen, I just want to enjoy that we've had Ben Foster for these games. Personally, I don't want to discuss anything at this stage, but for him to be at Wrexham as a youngster and get his move to Man United and come back and get promotion for his family and all he's done in the game, I would imagine this will rank up there with his greatest achievements in his career.
Phil, sorry, just on Ben. Is he as funny in the changing rooms as he is out here? He's a character, isn't he?
In the changing rooms, you're on about match day.
In general, what's it like to be around?
On the training days, he's serious
Oh, yeah?
because he trained.
effort.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And in the game, before the game and half time, he's a very focused player, and I think that's important, isn't it? You know, there's two sides to Ben, obviously, with his media career, and he's got a great personality, but well, business is business. You've got to be right on it, and he certainly is.
Yeah, he's fun to be around.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Phil, have the owners got anything lined up, for the players and to recognise their achievement?
Yeah, you know, I don't know, honestly, because a few of the lads were talking to me yesterday about things. I said, look, lads, I don't discuss anything other than the game. The people above us will be organising, what goes on from now on in. We'll have a few drinks tonight, I'm sure, to celebrate as a team. But we just had to focus on the game. And I really do believe that the minute you start thinking about celebrations, it detracts from what the job needs to be done. And we've done that now, so we can celebrate.
And the women, the women's team had a promotion as well, so that's both of you now.
Yeah, no, it was great for the women's team, and that was a great win for them as well. It wasn't easy to get over the line for them, so so pleased for them, and it's important. And I was here in front of 9,000 people when they won that last game of the season, and it was great.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers, myself.
See you next season, yeah?
See you, Rich.
Thank you. I was a commentary as well. Every time.